Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, May 13th, and I'm Chris Allen here with your 270 weather. Weather for the 270 area code and beyond. Well, some rain. We picked up some yesterday, some pretty good downpours. First of all, yesterday morning, and then there were a few more yesterday afternoon and last evening, and even last night, depending on where you were or where you are. And we'll see kind of a repeat of that again today. Rinse and repeat forecast is pretty much what we're seeing for this Tuesday. Let's check out the Plano cam as we look live, and you can see that across the way we've got some clouds and some blue sky. And remember, when I showed you this yesterday, it was pretty much the same picture. We had clouds and a little bit of blue sky breaking through the overcast a little bit more this morning, but I still believe, just based on where everything is placed, as far as that closed low pressure system and little disturbances, vortices, if you will, that are just kind of spinning around the main low, then we're going to have those little pieces of energy spark more shower and thunderstorm activity as we get into the day. Right now, things look pretty nice. If you need to get out and take a walk, or as you're getting ready to go to work, everything looks pretty good here at right at, we're just seconds away from 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. Central Time. Yeah. So we're almost right there at the top of the hour. Let's take a look back at the numbers from yesterday, and we had a high officially at 81 at the Bowling Green Airport, 3 degrees warmer than the normal of 78. Yep, the normal high has ticked up one more degree to 78, and it continues to climb the more we get into May and then into June. The low 64, 52 hundredths, or a little bit over a half inch of rain officially at the Bowling Green Airport yesterday. But as you'll see with some of the Kentucky mesonet numbers, there was a lot more than that in some spots. And again, it was kind of spotty as to who picked up the most rain yesterday. As we look at the radar, you can see this morning that there are some showers that are crossing over the Kentucky Tennessee border, a little cluster there over the Cumberland Plateau. And like yesterday, these showers and thunderstorms will be drifting out of middle and east Tennessee into southern Kentucky as we go through the day. So it really doesn't matter where you are, there's going to be that chance that you'll get rained on again today. In fact, the chance is about 60%. So 6 out of 10 of you will get some rain today. Now, for those gray shaded counties you see back into western Kentucky, parts of Illinois, Missouri, that's a dense fog advisory for those places. And we've got a little patchy fog in a few spots this morning where it rained yesterday, but it's not as thick as what we're seeing back to the west. Temperatures starting out in the 60s this morning to get your Tuesday morning started. Well, let's look at the numbers, and here we go. The Kentucky Mesonet showing 60s pretty much everywhere. There is somewhat cooler air back here toward the land between the lakes. You see upper 50s to low 60s. That's because of the fog. The fog that's back there is holding down temperatures by a few degrees, but everybody else in the low to mid 60s this morning. And you can bet the dew points are pretty much right there or close to the air temperature. In fact, exactly. So we have 100% relative humidity. The air is holding all the moisture that it can, and it's being manifest back to the west as fog. But then later, that available moisture will get heated up. We get the daytime heating from the sun, and that's what pops showers and the thunderstorms. And here's a look at those numbers as far as rainfall yesterday, almost a half inch at the Kentucky Mesonet sensor at the Corvette plant here in Bowling Green. The Southern sensor down at the Ag Expo Center, just a little bit over 4/10 of an inch of rain. You've got that much over in Butler County. Got a quarter inch down in Franklin, almost that much in Scottsville, Tompkinsville, about a tenth of an inch for Barron and Metcalfe counties, less than that up in Hart County. And then we do the kind of a round robin here, almost, well, a little bit over 2/10 of an inch of rain in Grayson County, quarter inch plus in Ohio. Same thing for Muhlenberg and Russellville in Logan County. Then you start to see a little bit, a few higher numbers like that 3/4 plus of an inch of rain. That's back in Hopkins County near Madisonville. They had a pretty good downpour last evening. Well, that just reset on me. Sorry about that. There we go. Really, really heavy downpour there. And you see almost 4/10 of an inch of rain for Christian County. So some of you picked up some decent rainfall yesterday. Others, like right there in the middle and just to the east of Bowling Green, hardly saw anything. Just depended on where you were. Winds right now are light and variable, and they will stay pretty much that way throughout the rest of the day. Well, let's go to the maps, or let's go to the satellite before I go to the maps. I'll show you the breaks in the cloud cover this morning, and we do, as you saw on the Plano cam, we've got breaks here and there around Bowling Green, and then scattered clouds, depending on where you are, and a big area of mainly sunshine back to the west. But remember, everything that's coming in is moving up from the south. So we see all these clouds down into middle Tennessee, and that's where one of those spins is taking place. And you can almost see that there in the cloud cover, the high resolution satellite. And so it's throwing the clouds and the moisture into Kentucky, and it's going to continue to do that today. So while the sun may be shining now where you live, it looks like later on we're going to see some of that cloudiness and showers and even some thunderstorms. They will be making a comeback as we get into the day. So let's go to the maps now, and you can see a little spin there in Missouri, back into western Kentucky, the yellow indicating dense fog. This is patchy fog, as I showed you with some of the dense fog advisory that's back to the west. Here, where the hand is Bowling Green and Warren County. You can see that we have several disturbances just kind of pinwheeling around the parent low pressure system. And those little vortices and little disturbances, if you will help generate more showers and thunderstorms as we get into the day. 1 o'clock this afternoon, and here you go, pretty much in the 270, the 615, the 364, the 859, the 502, the 606. You're going to get rain. By the way, those of you that live in the 502, they're talking about adding a new number, a new prefix. There are some public meetings that are going on in the next few weeks uh, where they're going to decide on what a new prefix is going to be because they're running out of numbers in the 502. I don't know if you knew that, but I saw that yesterday. So we will be adding more, we'll be adding more area codes to some of Kentucky, especially north. But anyway, here are your showers and thunderstorms as we go through the day. 7 o'clock this evening, and like yesterday, we may see some of these hold together after dark, but a lot of them will fade away because we lose that daytime heating energy. And so, as you see overnight tonight, not much going on. Little patchy fog may come back, but here we go into Wednesday morning, and here we go again. More showers, more thunderstorms, a much less chance, though. The coverage is going to be less than what we have seen in previous days because that upper low finally gets some headway to move east and move out. But we still have a little bit of moisture left over Wednesday afternoon, so I'm going to leave in a chance of a shower or thunderstorm. The coverage won't be as great as we get into Wednesday afternoon, but here's Thursday morning drying out, and Thursday's going to be a really warm day, as I mentioned, have been mentioning the last couple of days. Here's 1 o'clock Thursday afternoon. There could be an isolated shower somewhere, but the chance is really small. But Friday, things come back because we have another system that's going to move in, a cold front this time. And Thursday night into Friday night is a period, a window in which we could see some strong to severe storms. It's a possibility because this time we're talking about a cold front that is going to come through, and it's going to have enough energy and enough available moisture, I think, to touch off some stronger storms if everything gets set up the way I see it. Here's Saturday afternoon, still a few scattered showers and storms around. Sunday as well, and even into Monday. It's just a it's just a really unsettled pattern. Warm, humid, sticky even at times, and just unsettled. And therefore, there's going to be that opportunity that we could see some stronger storms. Let's take a look at the severe weather outlook. Now, today, we're talking about, excuse me, some thunderstorms that will be around, but none of these are expected to be severe. They will be just ordinary garden variety general thunderstorms. Wednesday, same thing. Because of that lingering low pressure system, then we're going to have just your garden variety stuff that happens. But as we get into Thursday, there is the severe weather outlook. Now, we have been put, the 270 has been put in most of Kentucky. Let me just say that. Most of Kentucky, pardon me, has been put under that level 1 marginal risk for a few strong to severe storms, damaging wind, hail, not a huge tornado threat or anything like that until you go further north and you see much of Indiana, parts of Ohio, Illinois are under that level 2 slight risk. We're under the level 1 marginal. Then as we get into Friday, that outlook that showed just from Bowling Green West, when I showed you this yesterday, has now been expanded further north and east. Wow. Okay, the sinuses are really getting to me this morning. So this is Friday afternoon and evening, a chance that we could see as the cold front comes in, enough of a surge of energy and moisture along the cold front that we could see some strong to severe storms. Too soon to say exactly how that's going to play out, but certainly something that we're going to continue to watch. All right, here we go with the blender. And you can see that we'll go 77 or so this afternoon, low 60s tonight, low 80s tomorrow. But look at Thursday. Thursday is still, you know, I I know some of you didn't believe me when I said it could be our first 90-degree day of the year. And I still believe that it's doable because, well, I mean, look at the model blender. These are the models that have come together. You put them in a blender, and this is the output. They're in agreement that, I mean, 89, you might as well just say 90. Somebody, if not Bowling Green, but somebody in the 270, I think will hit 90 on Thursday. It's the lowest chance of any kind of shower activity. We're going to have sunshine. The heat's going to be there. It's just, I think we can hit 90. Then we go mid 80s for Friday with another round of showers and thunderstorms. And then through the weekend, we're going to have those occasional showers, low 80s. That will continue through Monday. Then we go mid 80s for Tuesday, low 80s Wednesday, then some 70s into the end of next week. We'll see if that pans out. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast uh, for the 270. And as I posted last night on the News 40 weather app and at WNKY.com. And here, of course, 77, humid, scattered showers, thunderstorms, 82 Wednesday. There's your 88, 89, maybe 90 on Thursday, the day without really any rain chances, the only one out of the next seven. Then you see 86 Friday. Here come the showers again, unsettled, as it says in the graphic. For the weekend, it's not going to be a washout, but occasionally there will be showers and thunderstorms that do pop up with those low 80s. Here is, let's see, Judy. Did you say for us it could be hail for Thursday night? Maybe late Thursday night. We could get some this afternoon, but Thursday night and Friday afternoon and evening, I think is going to be the best chance for the possibility of damaging straight line winds and maybe some hail. So there you go, Judy. I know it's not good news, but at least we're not talking about tornadoes or a lot of tornadoes or any. I mean, it's just going to be damage. The two greatest threats: damaging wind and hail. For that time period. Okay, a couple of housekeeping notes here, and I mentioned this to you yesterday. Starting next week, um, this 270 weather podcast is going to move to evenings. Uh, it's we're sort of in transition. Um, there's a lot of moving about. Things are changing. I can't divulge all of that right now, but let me just trust me when I say it's going to be good. It's going to be good. As things grow, as things grow with this, and I continue to do things on television and here, things continue to grow, and that's good. You don't want it to stay just stale. So as things begin to grow and move and shake, we're going to be in a little bit of a transition. We're going to go to weeknights instead of weekday mornings, but you're still going to hear from me in the mornings. That's all I can say. Now, so that's going to start next week. In the immediate, today, I'm about to, here in a few minutes, uh, take my wife, Sheila, to Nashville. She's got to have a procedure done at Vanderbilt. I appreciate your prayers for her and thoughts. So I'm going to be out tonight and tomorrow. It's an overnight thing. So I won't be able to do this tomorrow. Just saying. All right. So, but I think we're good. I think I've given you everything you need for tomorrow included in the forecast. If not, you can always rewind this and watch it back anytime you want to on your devices. But just, you know, appreciate your prayers for her. So I will be out. I will not be on News 40 tonight or tomorrow night, but I'll be back on Thursday and Friday to cover the if there's any severe weather that comes through, then I'll be I'll be here and there to cover it. So appreciate it, you guys. Thank you as always for watching 270 Weather. Have a great day, and I will see you back